Alright, hey guys, Jamie here, and in this video it's more going to be like a State of the Union kind of a thing. I've got a lot of things to show you in this video. I may break it up into little sections, but I might just make this one kind of big State of the Union video. First up, I made myself a little workbench here. I'm going to start getting into more electronics kind of stuff. I know I've been threatening this for a while, but I'm really going to start to do it. So I bought myself a couple things to help in this process. The first one being this Hantek DSO 2D15 oscilloscope. And so this is actually pretty reasonably priced, and I'll put a link to it in the description. But I didn't do an unboxing because I figured there's plenty of unboxing videos out there. So I've got it set up. I already played with it a little bit, but I'll just talk about it a little bit. It comes with two PB150B 150 megahertz probes, which have the 1X and 10X switches. Comes with a couple different BNC to clip kind of connectors. Also comes with a bag of assorted clips and things that you can use, and also comes with a little screwdriver that you can calibrate your probe with. Comes with a couple different kind of cables. I'm not exactly sure the difference between these, but there are little things like this here, different kind of probe that screw into the end of this, and so it's like you can make your own probes, and there's a bunch of different kind of ends in here too, big sharp ones and big fat ones, and so there's it's like make your own little kind of little probe things, which is kind of cool. It also came with this wire stripper, which I'm thinking probably never going to use because I have other wire strippers. Comes with a USB cable so that you can plug this into your computer and capture data. Okay, so let's power it up here. You can see, let me zoom in on it here. Let's put it this way. Okay, it's got these little feet underneath that you can make it kind of lean back just a little bit, which is good. Okay, this particular one has two channels, which you can turn on, and then you can have each channel measure different things. It also comes with a wave generator or a sine generator, which is the output for here. And so if we hook up one probe, obviously every oscilloscope is going to come with a square wave calibration thing. Okay, oh, I hooked in one, so we'll go one and we'll turn off two. Okay, so you can obviously adjust the position of that. You can zoom in, zoom out vertically. You can also zoom in, zoom out on the whole line. Okay, so it's getting a little crazy. You can hit the auto, and auto will kind of try and fit that into the screen, which is good. So it's got a lot of functions here. Okay, so you can also generate waves from it. Right now I've got the channel 2 on. We can turn that off. So let's go ahead and hook up one of these probes to the output. This is the external function generator, the wave generator output here. And so we'll hook up this to the red, this to the black. Okay, now we don't have anything yet. As soon as I hit wave, you can see now I've got my sine wave. Let me hit the auto here so it centers it. Okay, so again, you can zoom in, zoom out, change the position of it, zoom in on that. You can change the horizontal position. So if you hit this wave gen button, you can pick from sine, square, ramp, all the different kinds of generator. So I like the sine. Just go back up. Okay, and so obviously it's going to have a bunch of the standard oscilloscope type stuff going on here. And I don't know a ton about oscilloscopes, and so this is my first experience with one. But like I said, as I get into more projects, this will come in really handy, I think. All right, so that's it. That's it on this Hantek. One other thing I wanted to show. Okay, so we're done with this, and I can take this guy off. We'll put this aside. I've recently soldered together a component tester. Okay, so I'm gonna bring you over here so that I can plug this thing in and show you some cool stuff here. Zoom out. Okay, so hopefully you can see that. This thing takes 5 volts, and I've got a 5 volt plug right here. Okay, and we can see this. So this guy comes up and it will test any components you have in this little socket. So let me grab something. All right, so most of the people that show this little board off kind of show resistors, and it tests resistors, capacitors. It tells you everything about them. But I'm going to start with a transistor. Now you can see there's a 1, 2, and a 3. 2 being one slot here, and you have to have your component, whatever you put in at least 1 and 2, or 1 and 3, or 2 and 3. You can't just put them all in one, because that's just shorting together and it's not going to be able to test it. So with a transistor, you got to put it in 1, 2, and 3. So we're going to put it in the middle on 2, then you lock it down, push the button, and it'll tell you, after it tests it, what kind of component it is. So you can see that, but it's basically a BJT NPN, and it tells you emitter, base, collector. It tells you 1 is the emitter, 2 is the base, 3 is the collector. So I mean, that is really, really handy, especially for, you know, somebody who doesn't know much about electronics and transistors. You know, it's like, I'm sure that they all look alike, and so this can quickly tell you what the emitter, base, and collector is, and then it also gives you a bunch of information about the forward voltage and the things like that, like with the diode. Let's see here. You hold it down, you can get into a little menu, turn it on. Sorry for the glare, but you can see it tells you quite a bit about this little transistor. Alright, so another thing that this thing does, which is really cool, I'm going to set this aside. Like I said, this will test nearly every kind of component you have. But this is also can generate PWM and frequency. So we're going to look at both the oscilloscope here and this. Okay, so I'm going to go into, actually we're going to go ahead and hook this up first. So I'm going to hook this up to the output and hook this up to the ground. Okay, so you can see the oscilloscope, right? Okay, so we're going to go in here and I'm going to hold this down, which should give me my menu. Okay, I'm going to unplug it. Alright, so I'm going to hold it down. Alright, so you can see now I've got frequency generator, 10-bit PWM. Okay, so let's go into this. And right now it's 10-bit PWM at 50%, which means it's on and off. Okay, let me just hit auto here so it centers that. But you can see as I adjust this 50%, right, so that's 30%, 20%. You can see the PWM on the oscilloscope. 50, 78, 80. Okay, and so this thing is actually a pretty nice little gadget. Let me go back to the menu, do the frequency. Now this one is 1,000 hertz. Okay, let's go something less, like 10. We're going to hit auto. Okay, so let's zoom down a little bit and out a little bit. Okay, so that's 10 hertz, 50. So as you can see, let me zoom in. Yeah. 100, 250. So I'm not sure why there's 439, 441, 443. I'm not sure those numbers are significant for something. I don't know what they are. I'm going to zoom in a couple. 1,000 we looked at, and then 2,500. 5,000. So this thing, like I said, is a nice little gadget. This is one it came with pieces I had to solder on, and actually this one I had to solder the SMD. There's 3 SMD components on here. I had to solder those, but it came as a little kit. Went together pretty easy, but it's a nice little soldering project. But it's also a handy little gadget. Alright, so that's it for this one. Alright, so we're going to disconnect this and this. Alright, and that's kind of it for the oscilloscope. We can go ahead and turn it off. And then, like I said, the only other thing I really got for my desk here, and we'll zoom out, is a new multimeter, which also measures capacitance. It's got capacitance, it's got temperature, of course ohms and volts and everything like that, but it measures a lot of different things than just the multimeter. And then I also got this KPS 30110D DC power supply, which is 0 to 30 volts, 0 to 10 amps. Okay, and so this is going to help on a lot of the projects too. And this one came with same kind of thing, little adapters, little clips that you can use to clip into your projects. All right, and so that's it for this one. It's just, like I said, more State of the Union than it is anything else. You're going to start to see some more projects going on right here. I'll probably do a bunch of different soldering things like this, and show you the process, even though it's kind of boring to watch somebody solder a bunch of stuff. Sometimes it can help out. All right, that's it. Thanks for watching.